What's going on, guys? It's Nick, August 24th, 2022, and I want to talk about the unbelievable and clear as day happenings that I just witnessed in the Dodgers Brewers game on this day, August 24th. And in the city of Los Angeles, this is the day to remember Kobe Bryant, being that it's 8/24. And of course, those are the jersey numbers worn by Kobe Bryant. The day, and it's also one day after his birthday, which is interesting. Um, but to begin, I mean, clear as day. It really is unbelievable. But I mean, the final score, 12-6, Dodgers win, and 12-6. I mean, that's the number. Like I literally told my friend, I said, "Watch." I think at one point it was 10-4, and I said, "Watch this score become 12-6." And, of course, this happens. Why? Because Kobe Bryant's date of death, 1-2-6. And now on Kobe Bryant Day, 1-2-6. And it definitely doesn't stop there. To begin, just looking at the records, we can see the Dodgers stayed on 37 losses, and Los Angeles equals 37, and so does Bryant, which I noted here, 37. If we look at the Brewers, we see they picked up their 58th loss. Los Angeles Lakers equals 58. Kobe Bryant equals 58. Then we can look at the pitchers who pitched on this day. And for the Dodgers, it was Andrew Heaney, whose birthday is 5/6. Like we've been saying, LeBron can become 5-6 in finals. Last season, he just played in 56 games, and his high for that season, was 56 points. And of course, he scored that right after the Rams won Super Bowl 56. And the game that LeBron scored the 56, the whole Rams team was at that game. And that was against the Warriors, who, ended up winning. But notice today, as well as yesterday, in the two games clearly synced up with the death and life of Kobe Bryant, beyond a shadow of a doubt, we can see both of the Brewers pitchers get pulled on their 81st pitch. And, this is just more proof that these games are rigged to the pitch, because 81 is such a huge number with Kobe, right? His career high of 81 in his 666 game, where he has the 666 workout, you know, and he died right after he wrote all those books about magic and just like spelling and stuff like that. But the 81, Kobe Bean Bryant, 81. Also, ritual equals 81. And notice it was 81 days after Heaney's birthday on Kobe Bryant Day. So there can be no mistaking, what is going on. And then to solidify it, Adrian Hauser, the guy who threw 81, it was 204 days after his birthday. And what's 2-4? On the 24th of August, Kobe number 24, and he wears 37. And how many losses did the Dodgers stay on? 37. What does Los Angeles equal? 37. What does Brian equal? 37. So, I mean, it's amazing. It truly is amazing. But, I mean, what this shows us is that, we're spot on with what we're talking about, that these games are scripted by the numbers, and there can be no mistaking that that is the fact. I mean, for this to line up this way, for the final score to be 12-6, I mean, it's blatant. It's blatant mockery. And then number 126 is important because, we're saying this is the Jesuits, and their motto is "Isus hominum salvator." And in gematria, that phrase equals 126. It also equals 122. The score of this game at one point was 12-2. And do we know what 122 is? That's the day that Kobe scored 81 on 12/2. It's interesting because that's 4 days before, the day he ended up dying years later. But four, it represents death in Eastern culture, right? Mandarin, in Mandarin. And of course, Kobe is named for Japan, Kobe, Japan. So, I mean, like, it's just, there can be no mistaking. And just to rewind, I want to just talk about yesterday's game, which was Kobe's birthday, and what happened? The Dodgers win 10-1. And what's 10-1, 101? That's the 26 prime number. And why is that number important? Because Bryant equals 26, game equals 26. Right? He dies on the 26th, and then the very next game it's 126. Also, God and Satan, or not Satan, just God is 26. So interesting. But okay, right? 10-1. Now check it out. And this was something observed before the game, by yours truly and others. But Gonson, the pitcher, so notice today it's 103 days, right? But, well, today is 2 days after the game he pitched. And when he pitched, it was 101 days after his birthday. 101. And what was the final score? 10-1. Okay? And his birthday is interesting because it's 14/5. That's Israel's birthday. So just an interesting connection. But I mean, guys, he picked up his 26th career win. His 26th, right? 26. And what did I just say? 10-1 final, the 26 prime. What number does he wear? Oh, 26. So, I mean, I don't know what to say. It's just like this video should be able to wake every single person up. And everybody should be able to see that sports are scripted. And I'm just noticing now that was his 58th game. His 58th game. And what did I just say? Los Angeles Lakers. This calculator sometimes. Los Angeles Lakers 58. I mean, guys, Kobe Bryant 58 in his 58th game. This alignment, mm, I don't know. It's sick. It's sick. But 101 days after his birthday, the 26 prime, the score is 10-1. Number 26, he picks up his 26th win. All right. And, let me just check Corbin Burns. Hmm. Right, it was. And look at Corbin Burns' birthday. 122. What did I just say? 122. That's what the day Kobe scored his 81. Man. And how many pitches did he throw? 81. I mean, come on. Come on. Amazing. Man, I don't know. Hmm. So he came in, and it's interesting because he came into that game on 126 games, and that's the number we're talking about. So, yeah. I mean, I don't really think I have to say anything else. I think I articulated that clearly, showed clearly what's going on. Man, ugh. Right, here, let me show this. Trace Thompson, who is Klay Thompson's brother of the Warriors, right? See, it's 163, but 2 days ago, on that game, on Kobe's birthday, it was 161 days after his birthday, right? And we should know Los Angeles equals 161. And it was 161 days after his birthday. And what did he do? He hit a 3-run home run. And then on the MLB Instagram, they're saying Clay Thompson for three, or Thompson for three. So just the mockery right in your face. A 3-run home run in the game attributed to basketball. Kobe Bryant, right? He hits a 3-run home run when his brother is, all about the threes, all about the 3-pointers, right? But notice his birthday, 15/3, 153, big Jesuit number. Don't have to say it again. I mean, I don't know. It's amazing. 12-6, 10-1. I mean, they did it perfect. They literally did it perfect. And then here, a deeper dive at this game, we can see the Dodgers had 13 hits, right? And that number is so huge. LA equals 41 and 13. 41 is the 13th prime. Kobe died at 41. Kobe Bryant equals 41. Gianna, his daughter, ended up dying at 13. 41, the 13th prime. On that day, if you guys remember, they said Rick Fox. They thought Rick Fox died that day also, but he didn't, but Rick Fox equals 41. So those 13 hits, not an accident. Also, notice the scoring in the first inning 4-1, not an accident, all rigged, clear as day. I mean, also notice they score 4 runs in the fourth inning. 4 runs in the fourth inning. And what was Kobe's his most recent birthday that just passed? He would have turned 44 years old. And if I'm not mistaken, right, right, okay. But yeah, I mean, and then so yesterday the Dodgers they got their 85th win, and basketball equals 85. And I've been saying that it's the Lakers. They're gonna win it this year. It seems pretty obvious to me, and I just feel like the evidence keeps piling up, man. The evidence keeps piling up. The death of Bill Russell, number six. LeBron on those six finals losses. He can become 5-6. And it's interesting that Heaney's birthday is 5/6, and he pitches on Kobe Bryant Day. So it's just I don't know. Hey, let's check the batting averages. Interesting. Justin Turner 2.6. Muncy 187. I mean, you can never be too sure. But yeah, I mean it's mind blowing. It's mind blowing to just see it unfold, and to be able to call it out. Look at that. Look at the timestamp for that. 26 seconds. Yeah. Okay. Hmm. Unbelievable. And then just have people that say, "Oh no," like, or people to make fun of you because you try to tell them about this stuff. It's like, they don't want to put the work in to be able to see this stuff unfolding, because they're too ignorant or their ego is too large, whatever the reason. But, anybody with a head on their shoulders who understands how to critically think and not just be a fucking idiot, like, and just blindly worship these players and, people like them. It's very obvious to see what's going on. And, these two games are just, another cherry on top, the 8,000th cherry, if you will. Um, but okay, here, like, I'm gonna put out a pick for tomorrow. Let me just make sure I'm still good. Okay, yeah. Okay. So today the Yankees are playing Oakland, and I had a troll going, all you do is look at the Yankee games. All you do is pick the Yankee games. Okay, maybe proportionately I pick more Yankee games, but you have to understand, I'm born in New York, grew up in New York, grew up a Yankee fan, so I understand the Yankees on a historical level, which is how these people operate. They operate through historical patterns and stuff that has happened, before, and lining it up with what's going to happen. So obviously, I'm going to have an advantage looking at this team because I know the history. I know the certain days of certain players. It's just so for someone to say, "Oh, you cherry picking Yankees," like that's bullshit. Also, notice, the Yankees have been sucking ass, and I haven't even touched them. But oh, it must just be a coincidence. But no, it's because you're able to see before the games. All right, maybe I see something here, maybe I don't. You know, but today I definitely see something. So notice Caprillion, the former Yankee. Notice his number, right? Number 32. Okay. Let's look at the Yankees' away record. Oh, they can get their 32nd win against number 32, right? Um, and Caprillion, what's his birthday? Oh, 3/2. And it's going to be a span of 177 days after his birthday, the Jesuit Order 177. And I'm telling you, when the pitcher's span is a Jesuit number, they most certainly almost always lose, you know? And so just seeing that coupled with the 32s, it's looking really good for the Yankees tomorrow. And why that 32 is because Oakland equals 131, the 32nd prime. So, yeah, Yankees tomorrow. I mean, there's always a chance they lose, but no. I'm getting good at this stuff, and you gotta just go with the stuff that is so obvious, that they can't possibly go against it. You'll hit 80% of the time. It becomes a problem when you try to, reach for something, or you're trying to. I'm telling you, don't look at the pitcher records, but don't look at anything like it. Just that stuff is coupled with things. If you see the same number popping up throughout, then yeah, but don't base a decode off the pitcher records and stuff because it's not consistent. Like what I just showed you with the 32s, that's what you want to see. His birthday is 3/2. The Yankees can get their 32nd win. He wears 32, and Oakland is 131, 32nd prime. I mean, also see he wore 56 before. Just it's funny, 56. So it is his 47th game. Okay, the Yankees could give Oakland their 47th win, but I'm telling you, that type of stuff is not consistent. And he could become 4-7 for in 2022. Okay, okay. So in his 47th game, he can become 4-7, but there's no connection there. Yankees doesn't equal 47. New York Yankees doesn't equal 47. Right? 47 is a huge number, so it's interesting that could play out that way. Here, let me look at Tyone. And see, okay. See, 176. So this is what you do. 189. So then it's 188. Right. I see nothing with those numbers. Tyone, 85 or 84, right? So 84. Um, 136 game. It's interesting if he wins. You know what, man? Like, look at that. If he wins see how his record with the Yankees is 19-10. If he wins, he'll be 20-10, and that's like 201, 201. And against the 56 team, Oakland 56, Oakland Athletics 56, Athletics 56. Man. And that's why I like those 32s that come together because the Jesuit logo, it's the 32 sun rays, you know, and that's who's scripting this stuff. Like that's who's, that's why the stuff is happening. It's definitely because of the Jesuits. Nobody else makes sense. I do see he's on 34 career losses, and athletics is 34. So interesting. Hmm. Yeah. Um. Here, and then let's see how it would line up the next game. Okay, their 77th win, 48. Was he on 48 wins? Hmm. It's interesting. So he's on 48 wins. The Yankees are on 48 losses. So, maybe they win the game, but Tyone doesn't pick up a win. But, okay, hold on. Oh, and then look at that. They play Sears, the guy they just traded. Okay. Hmm. And isn't it just so stupid? They trade Montgomery, and then he starts to become like the best pitcher in baseball, right? He just threw a nine inning, one hit shutout. I mean, come on, come on. It's stupid. Um, hmm. Well, since he was 38. Man, they play 4 games. 36, 65, 55, 67. Hmm. Man, it's tough. It's tough to. This one's tough. I don't know if you guys remember, but about 2 months ago, I called why the Yankees would sweep Oakland clear as day. I said why they would sweep them, and it was all because of the number 56. The Yankees ended up getting their 56th win. But yeah, I mean, there's no doubt. There's no doubt, But this game, this series is definitely a little bit tougher. Um, I did call the Yankees to sweep the Mets because the Mets stayed on 39 away wins, and that's just such a huge number with New York, 39. Notice the score of both games, 2-4, and Kobe's favorite team on record was the Mets. So, I doubt that's an accident too. But yeah, tomorrow heavy lean Yankees. There is one thing with them with at Oakland for the 47 stuff. So that is interesting. Their 47th win, he become 4-7. Um, so there's that. Man, the other day, because uh, a big number with, well, I'll just show you. Notice ESPN. See how it's 54-18, and 61 is the 18th prime, and the Red Sox, if they lost, this was a few days ago, but they were on ESPN against the Orioles, and if they lost, they could have fell to 61-61 on ESPN, but they didn't. But it was the Field of Dream, not the Field of Dreams. It was the Little League World Series field game. So I gotta look back at that and see what was up with that and why the 61-18 didn't come through because that comes through a lot. The 61s on the ESPN games. Um, so maybe I'll make a video about that. Um, Also, guys, I just started my own Patreon. Um, it's a monthly fee type thing, but I'm gonna put out like all my picks on there. I just feel like the time I put in, to decode the games, I think it's fair to me as well as to, people that want to become a Patreon member to be able to support me. A very small amount, but something to help me in my expenses, because I mean, living ain't free. So I think it's more than fair the amount I'm charging, and if you want to join, it'd be great, So, and I think I can also be very profitable with it, as I've shown that I can definitely be profitable with it. If you join, it doesn't mean I'm gonna be putting out a pick every night because every night there isn't always something clear, But when there's clear stuff, it's like okay, you attack this, and if you want to come along on that journey with me, You can join my Patreon, and I'll link that in the description down below. I'll also link the Discord where I linked my Patreon. I also had somebody say, "Oh, you don't post pics on Patreon or on Discord." Yes, I do. I just sometimes I don't post every day. So, I mean, that's just a stupid comment. Um, but yeah, um, I think that's it. You know, just another year passed of no justice for what's going on in this world. It's crazy. It's been 3 years since Kobe died. He's had 3 birthdays. So yeah, it's just there's no justice for anything. But that's why at least we can see what's going on. You know, because there even is a lot of people that are awake, but they don't have any proof of stuff, and it's unfortunate that they haven't stumbled upon gematria. But it's also because maybe haven't been putting in the work to figure this stuff out. Um, I'm actually starting a part-time job tomorrow, so that should be good. Because I got to start paying off my student loans, which is just going to be like it's going to be bad. Um, but that's again, I necessarily didn't want to go to school, but that's just something we're sort of forced to do, by like parents and just societal pressures and stuff. So now I get to be like 50,000 in the hole, to start off my life. So that's the system. That's how it is. But it sucks. But that's why I'm hoping to build up a little Patreon support. I figured I'm charging like $11 a month. If I can get it to like 100 people, or not even like 60 people, that would be able to cover my student loan payments. So, you know, and also I can help people make money. So it's a win-win. You can help to pay off my student loans, you know, and I'll be able to put out profitable picks, which I've proved, for the past, month and a half, however long I've been putting out these videos, more than a month and a half. Um, so yeah, I guess I'll just leave it there. I guess rest in peace to Kobe once again, if he really is gone. But let's just not forget what they did on August 23rd of 2022 and August 24th of 2022. So yeah, I'll leave that there. One more time, just if you want, just that Patreon will be in the description below. I appreciate you guys for watching the video. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.